I think if I hear you call me Becky one more time, six-pack, I'm gonna pop your tops. All six of them.
Who are you?
Hey, this is Matt once again. We're about to another review. This is another Patreon request, this time for Enter the Tekken. And one of my thoughts on the 2020 film Greyhound. And first off, if anyone's ever interested in requesting pretty much any type of video, review, movie topic, reaction, pretty much any type of video, you can request it either directly to my PayPal, send it there, or join my Patreon. Both of those links are down below in the info box. If not, no worries, but if so, thank you so much. Now, Greyhound, I'd heard of the film, but I didn't know much about it. For a split second, I thought, oh my god, it's not about the bus, right? Fuck Greyhound the bus. But no, it's a World War II film. And even then I'm like, oh god, another World War II film? I mean, there are World War II films I like. I do think there's a variety of other wars you could pull from to make a movie out of. But as I watched the film, I quite enjoyed it. This was a nice surprise. I would put this on my list of my favorites of 2020. Granted, there have not been a lot of films come out in 2020, so maybe that's why. But it stars Tom Hanks. He's placed in the North Atlantic, 1942, and he leads one of the ships who are protecting this convoy of supplies and troops. And he's on a destroyer ship whose code name is Greyhound. The only other actor I recognize is Elisabeth Shue. Sadly, she's only in the film for 2 minutes at the beginning as a love interest of Tom Hanks. So it's too bad we don't get to see more of her. But the best way I could put this, and people don't think I'm weird for saying this, you remember that movie Battleship, where you're like, how did they make a movie based on that board game? And they did it with aliens and shit, with Peter Berg directing, Liam Neeson was in it. This is the real Battleship movie. Like, if you were to make a movie on the board game Battleship, this would be a way to do it. I know they're destroyers, not battleships, but there were destroyers on the board game Battleship, to be fair. And in subs, you got U-boats. Because this movie, it's like someone took a World War II film and you suck out all the fat. So it's a lean, mean, hour and 20-minute machine. Maybe not so much mean, but lean machine. Only an hour and 20 minutes. If you take out the end credits, it's only an hour and 20 minutes. Which I was surprised by, because most World War II films are so overbloated and overloaded with various other storylines or various other things. A lot of times things are not even pertaining to the plot. No, this is dealing with how hectic these days were, where Tom Hanks, he's part of this group of ships, I think about 4, like I said, trying to protect this convoy of supplies and troops. And there are little moments of downtime, but for the most part, it's very hectic. It's very fast, where almost breathless, where it's, especially when you get about 10 minutes in, and some will be bothered by this because there's not a tremendous amount of character development, because there's a lack of character drama. I'm sure this is not going to be in the upper echelons of being a classic. But I think it's worth a look for its fast-paced action scenes. It details the workings of the ship, how info get from point A to point B, and then they relay the information. And Tom Hanks sort of maneuvering his ship based on the information. Go here, turn left, turn right. And we're with them as they're listening to the sonar. And is a U-boat over there? Is a U-boat over there? Depth charges, sink it. The unrelenting pressure that Tom Hanks' character gets forced in more and more to stay 1 or 2 steps ahead of this situation. Some U-boats they're able to successfully get. Some nights, oh shit, some of our supplies and oil tankers are being attacked. We gotta try to help them out. No, let's go help and save survivors. And for the most part, we're with Tom Hanks. It's also not one of those movies, it doesn't go to boat 2, boat 3, boat 4, the enemy's boat. It centers on Tom Hanks pretty much the entire way through. In a way, because I've seen so many other World War II films that did it a different manner, or the more typical manner, this was a bit more of a refreshing approach. I mean, it's so damn hectic. It's not a running gag, but one of the things is that the guy can't even get a chance to eat. I mean, this goes on for a few days, and this one guy keeps trying to heat food for him, and he can never eat it because sometimes he's ready to eat it and he's got to do more of this shit. Yes, maybe because it had, I don't know the budget behind this film. I do wish there was more practical and not so much CGI. Because the water, it's a lot of CGI. A lot of CGI. Like a lot of World War II films nowadays. They go on that route. And I would have preferred more real stuff. I did. Maybe that'd be nigh impossible because of the budget. But it's just so that I had to say. Even at times it felt a bit too, not terrible CGI. I've seen a lot worse, but just, it's like, I wish there was just a bit more of the real stuff. And yes, you see there's a little bit of, to compare and contrast, a bit of a catch-22 because it's going so fast, because it's such a lean running time. The other supporting characters, you don't really know anything about them. I mean, I don't even remember their names. I don't remember anything about them. They're pretty much just following orders because there's no time for anything else. And it's like, we gotta go through this, this, and this. Then it's day 2. Oh shit, now they're attacking that. We gotta go over there. Here's day 3. Oh shit, you get out of the way so we can attack. Get those survivors. There's some interesting shots. There's one shot where the camera pulls all the way out into above the clouds, so we just see the refractions of the light of the explosions through the clouds. Thought that was an interesting shot. There's some nice wide shots, and that's what I liked, is that it did get some visceral fun adrenaline when Tom Hanks' destroyer just firing all its guns on this U-boat, this submarine, and you see the wide shots, pop, 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 this unleashing of arsenal. It's like, fuck yeah, that, almost that reaction. To the point, yeah, it did make me think as if I was seeing an actual Battleship board game come to life. Like, if you called this, I guess if you threw in some battleships in there and called this Battleship the movie, it would be appropriate. Which I think is a better title than Greyhound, because Greyhound only makes people think of the bus, which sucks. So Greyhound, I don't think is the best title. I mean, it's the name of the destroyer, granted, but I don't know. If you throw in like one or two battleships, just call it battleship, I think it would have worked. But I guess if you want to see a movie that's destroyers versus U-boats, the movie, and that's pretty much all there is. Some would be against that because they want more dramatic arts, connotations to the characters. But like I said, it was refreshing to see a no frills, not thrills, frills, Frills. That means basic, straightforward, to the point. This is about this series of battles. Boom, boom, boom. We're not fucking around. It's very rare in movies that I see something that has such a breathless pace as this, that it was, wow, that was refreshing. Because there are times where there are movies that get so overbloated. It's a war film, so we gotta be over 2 hours. No, we gotta be 2.5 hours. No, wait, we gotta be 2 hours and 40 minutes. Come on, it's a war film. It's like, nope, hour and 20 minutes. Boom, you're done, over, good night. So, and I like Tom Hanks. People, they're complaining about Tom Hanks' performance. He's boring. I disagree. I mean, do you get to know a lot about his character? No, other than he has a love interest, Elisabeth Shue. Like I said, this is a movie that does not delve into the characters. It delves into just the situation happening. If that's going to bother you, you might not like the movie. If you're like, no, I'm actually interested in seeing a change of pace of this nature, it's worth a look. So I did quite enjoy Greyhound. Like I said, I wish Elisabeth Shue was in it a bit more. I would not mind at least a few more maybe character stuff. At least, I mean, sprinkle in. Give another 10-minute on the running time. Sprinkle in little bits here and there. Maybe use a bit more practical, whether it be models or if you can afford the budget, actual ships, something, maybe a bit more. But again, I'm guessing because of what they had to do and the amount of action they put in it, they just could not afford it to do it all practical. It'd be too much. And yeah, I don't know the budget behind this. I know it's supposed to go into theaters, but because what's going on, it went to, I think, Apple TV, but I found it somewhere else to watch. Yeah, I did enjoy the film. So, with that said, thanks for watching, take care, and we will see you guys later. Bye-bye.